Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and today we're taking a look at another Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch review. This time we're going to take a look at Kanan Jarrus based on the character that was featured in Star Wars Rebels. Now, I have to admit right off the bat that the kind of realistic style, or the pseudo-realistic style that Hasbro's done for some of the other non-movie characters turned out kind of funny, and Kanan Jarrus is another example of where the pseudo-realism kind of messes up the overall design of the character, and we'll see that in a minute. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box. The box shows that it's a part of the 6-inch Black Series. It shows a picture of Kanan Jarrus, and shows that it's number 19 of the releases of the line. The back, it shows a bio as normal, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the main problem that I have personally right off the bat. His head sculpt is definitely not the best we've seen. Hasbro, as I mentioned earlier, decided to put a little bit more pseudo-realism in some of their figures, especially for figures that are not based on the movie designs. His head sculpt turned out kind of weird when trying to make it a little bit more realistic, in my personal opinion. Overall, the figure is still really nice, though. He does have a ball-jointed head, which gets in the way a bit due to his ponytail piece. He has ball joints in the shoulders. But his shoulder pauldron piece does get in the way a bit on this side, but it works a lot better on this side. It does have swivels on the elbows, so it's a little bit loose on mine, unfortunately, there. It also bends at the elbows as well. He has ball joints in the wrists, and he has a full abdomen articulation. One second, the lightsaber handle popped down. And can kind of move back and forth, but it's really limited, though. He has ball-jointed hips, swivels in the thighs, double-jointed knees, and swivels at the ankles, and it can also bend forward and back, so he's got a high range of movement. Now, unlike other Jedi characters released in general, his design of his lightsaber is definitely one of the most unique I've seen, and that's because, unlike most lightsabers, which just have a very unique design, maybe like a laser whip or a fencing sword like Count Dooku, his lightsaber, while it is a standard type of lightsaber, actually breaks into two components, and they actually replicated that really well with this release here. So, as you can see, it does peg together really nicely. You don't have to worry about it falling apart or anything, so that's really nice. We're just going to take the lightsaber aside for a second, since we're also going to take a look at his blaster, which is something that's really unfortunate not to see in the 4-inch scale, or the 3 3/4-inch scale, should I say correctly. Since a lot of them just have molded holsters and no actual blasters released to be used, unlike some of the other characters released in that scale. His blaster does fit really nicely in this hand, at least. I haven't really tried it with the other hand, but his other hand's not in really a trigger position, so it's not going to help him much anyway, so we're just going to plug it in. There we go. And he does hold his blaster really nicely. One second, the joint got out of place. There we go. So it does work really nice. And it fits really nicely in the holster as well. So we're just going to put this back in and put his lightsaber in his hand. Now, his lightsaber, similar to other 6-inch Black Series figures, does have a removable blade, which his is kind of more of a almost bluish and purplish hue. Going to plug it in. And we're going to put it in his hand. For some reason, he's having a little bit of a hard time putting it in. It's probably because it's a bit hot in my house at the moment, so I think the heat's causing a bit of a warpage. But it does work really nicely in either hand. And he just is a really nice overall Jedi kind of character in the 6-inch Black Series. So I highly recommend picking up Kanan Jarrus if you're a fan of the character from the Star Wars Rebels. I get them mixed up since I mostly do Force Awakens reviews. But he is a really nice release, even if he's not a main movie-line character. So I highly recommend picking this up along with the Ahsoka Tano from this wave, based on her character on Rebels. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hirotaku. Also, please check out the other channels down below, and I'll be back to bring more Star Wars reviews. For now, I'll be seeing you YouTube. Bye.